Yeah, hi, good evening, Goa. This is Michael Ferns speaking from Goa, which happens to be the worst hit state in our country today. I am not here to point fingers at anybody, at our politicians or our governments or anything. It makes no difference, anyways, what we have to say because we are just common men. We are insignificant when it comes to the government or everybody is there to see to their own interest. My point over here is that how do we safeguard ourselves? What do we have to do? What happens is when there's a lockdown, you know, declared by the government, we people like fish out of water, we start panicking and we start rushing to the stores and rushing to the markets and purchasing groceries and stuff like that and to store in your house because of fear of the lockdown. Okay, there is absolutely no need to do all those sort of things. All right, whether there is a lockdown or whether there is no lockdown, my advice as a common man, as a common man, not having any PhDs in medicine or a scientist or any sort of degree, I'm just a common man like you and me with common sense. And I'm just using my common sense. If it makes sense to you all, take it. If it doesn't make sense to you all know exactly what to do with it. But my brothers and sisters, I think this is the time that each of one of us have to worry about ourselves and we have to worry about our families, our elders. Okay, we have to fend for ourselves. We have to, whether the government has a total lockdown or not, we have to lock ourselves down for a while. If each one of us takes up this action, takes this upon themselves, we will be able to control the situation. But it has to start from me. I have to isolate myself. I have to make sure that I have enough of provisions in my home for at least for the next 15 days. Take it 15 days at a time. But we have to do this. If we have to control and bring down the numbers, stay isolated in our homes, stay safe in our homes, abide by the rules, the safety rules, the safety norms which is provided in general, like taking your steam regularly, putting on your mask when you're in public area, staying at home and not being in crowded places. But my point is over here that we prepare ourselves at least for the next 10 to 15 days. Whether there is a lockdown or whether there is no lockdown, let's lock ourselves down. Because the government is not doing any lockdown to improve on the health or on the cases which are rising over here. No, they are doing it for their own benefit, and that we all know. So let's stop kidding ourselves. Let us use our common sense, okay, and provide for ourselves, make sure that we have enough of provisions for ourselves in our homes, at least for the next 10 to 15 days, without going out, without stepping out of our homes. Yes, we also need to do one more thing. We need to make sure that we monitor our surroundings, our neighborhood. Make sure you have their numbers so you can stay in contact with them. Start a WhatsApp group in your locality, in your ward, or in whichever area that you come from, so that each of you are in contact with each other. If there is anything that is required, you can be reached. Somebody can be reached out to, whether it is our elders who are living alone, whether it is anyone, who is basically unable to go out or provide for themselves, please make sure that they can always get in touch in these groups, in these WhatsApp groups, so that we can reach out to those people. The closer they are, the better it is. That's why I said ward wise, you see, or area wise. Form a group, share your numbers, and reach out to those people who are in need, to your neighbors, to your friends, to your family members. Stay home as much as you can. Limit yourself from going out only if it is really, really necessary. But I would say the more that you stay in, the more that you do your steam inhaling, okay, the more that you wear on your mask and stay away from public areas, the better it is. Also, a very strong message that each and every one of us, we have to take our vaccines. We have to take our vaccines. It is not a cure. The vaccine is not a cure. It is an immunity booster. But at the right time, it could be a lifesaver. It could be a lifesaver where your immunity is built up, and due to that, we could avoid any fatal incidences from happening. So my brothers and sisters, a simple advice, no big deal. Take it or leave it. It's no big deal. If you care for yourself, if you care for your families, if you care for your elders, if you care for your neighborhood, if you care for your brothers and sisters, and eventually for God, if we care about God, that we can do a little, okay, to control the situation right now, which is going out of our reach. Let us do our part as citizens, as responsible citizens, as responsible human beings. Let us stay safe. Let us keep our neighborhood safe. Let us reach out in the safest manner that we can, without taking any risk. It can be done. There are brothers and sisters who are positive with corona, who cannot prepare their own food in their own homes. If we can reach out to them by preparing a meal, keeping in touch with them, keeping it outside their doorstep, or maybe where they can reach, that somebody can just come down, pick up the food and go back into their homes, at least they will have some food to eat in their homes. They may be having the groceries, but they don't have the energy to cook that meal for them. So we have people who are reaching out. We need more people to reach out. Let us reach out to our neighbors. Let us reach out, and find out, who's having difficulties. It may be not difficulties of having the coronavirus, but it could be not having enough of funds, not having money to buy groceries, to buy medicines. You see, maybe we can reach out to them. So let us keep our eyes open, my brothers and sisters. Let us be human, okay? And let us reach out to our brothers and sisters who are in need. Stay safe. Isolate yourselves. You don't have to wait for a lockdown being declared by the government. You declare it yourself. You declare a lockdown in your home. And likewise, you make others also know about this self-lockdown, family lockdowns. Okay? Stay away from these kind of areas. Alright? And consult your neighbors, consult your friends as to what should be done. Don't do things on your own. We are here to help each other. Let us reach out. Okay? Thank you. And God bless. Stay safe.